Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you this business professional, business casual, everyday look for school or work or whatever it may be. I actually got a lot of requests for this and I'm very thankful to those people, so you know who you are. I struggled a lot actually when I graduated college, transitioning from like my going out every single night makeup look to my waking up at 5:30 in the morning look. Totally different makeup looks, and I found that out the hard way. Was certainly wearing way too much makeup when I first started my job out of college. But this is super simple, very light. There's not a whole lot of products that I use in this, and it honestly takes about 20 minutes. And if you're anything like me, I am not waking up early to do my makeup, any more drastically than this. So this is what I came up with. But I'm gonna jump right into it and try not to ramble anymore. So here we go. So the first thing I'm gonna do, as always, is go in with my primer. That was a lot. It's the Benefit Porefessional Pore Primer. And I'm just gonna put that in the areas that I get pretty oily throughout the day. This is especially important for... So primer is always important in my opinion, but especially for long days where you're gonna be wearing, your makeup for like over 8 hours. Okay, so since you are going to be wearing your makeup all day long at work, in the office, I don't know obviously what types of settings you guys work in, but when I worked in an office, it's like painful fluorescent lighting, and I just felt like my under eye bags were so much more noticeable for some reason in that lighting, which really sucked. So I'm going in with my NYX color correcting concealer, taking that peach shade and applying that under my eyelids to kind of cover up my dark under eye circles and really just help to combat that, so I don't look as tired as I probably am, because I don't know about you guys, but I am for sure not a morning person. Okay, so I wet my beauty blender, this tiny little one that I got from Ulta. It came in like a 3-pack, I think it was like $5, so these really aren't that expensive. Just work that peach under eye concealer into your under eyes and just dab. Okay, so now that that's worked in, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. It's that Amazonian Clay from Tarte Full Coverage Foundation, taking it on my BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush and just applying that all over my face. Okay, so now that I have applied my foundation, I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent to set my foundation in place. I think, oh, that was kind of hot. I think this step is super important every day, like no matter how long you're wearing your makeup, but especially for days when you're going to work or school, or you're just gonna have your makeup on for so long. It really helps to keep your makeup on as long as possible and to keep it in place. So if you do get oily, this really helps. God, why did I put so much? It's all over my shirt. It really helps to keep it in place. So like if you do get oily throughout the day, like I always get oily right here on my nose, and before I, kind of discovered setting powder, it would rub off. Okay, so I am not going to contour at all today. I don't really love having contour on when I'm gonna be in the workplace because, like I said, you have those translucent lights usually, and I just feel like it's way too much product on my face and it's just not necessary. But I am going to absolutely do blush because I love blush. It's like my favorite part of my makeup. So I'm going in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Kit in Radiant. And for the workplace and like just daytime makeup, I always use this super pink, this super pink color. It is Spoiled. I get this on my MAC. I think it's 168 brush. And just apply that to the apples of my cheeks and kind of drag it back to my hairline. Okay, so I am going to do highlighter for work. I know it's kind of crazy. I say it's crazy, like you're doing something nuts. You're putting sparkles on your face. But I like having highlighter on my face for work because I'm in that translucent light, and I feel like it picks up, I don't know, it's just super pretty and whatever. It's the highlighter and blush is like my favorite thing, so I'm gonna do it no matter where I go. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it light, so I'm going in with the Gumdrop, or no, the Starburst color, which is like the pinkest of the pinks, and getting that on my Morphe fan brush, just on the ends, and I'm going to apply that highlighter above where I put my blush. So I really like this pink color because it isn't as drastic or as noticeable as, the gold one that I use a lot, but it still picks up like really nicely, but it doesn't make you look like crazy shiny or anything. So yeah, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain what I do with my eyebrows, but I'm pretty basic with mine. So I always brush them up and out so I can see kind of like the natural shape of them. But so I start from the front of my eyebrow and make a line underneath to meet, I guess, like the peak is what I think of my eyebrow. And that is really to help me like outline where I want it to be. So that one is kind of a little bit lower, so we can fix it. But so then I go back with that and just start making upward strokes like you would, like your natural hairs would go. And then kind of just fill it in where it's necessary. I think I'm not like an eyebrow expert because my eyebrows are honestly pretty well filled in. Like I don't need a lot of extra color on them. So right now I'm brushing through I'm brushing through my eyebrows to get some of the product out that I just put in it, because I don't want them to look super drawn in or like colored in. So I try to work out some of that product so that they look a little bit more natural. But I always set them with this Anastasia, I don't know, Beverly Hills clear brow gel. If you have really long eyebrow hairs like me, this stuff is like, it's just amazing because my eyebrow hairs tend to get really crazy throughout the day. I don't know why they like just start jumping around all over the place. They fall down and it just looks crazy. But this keeps them nice and in place so no one's moving for the rest of the day. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadows. I go in with this pink raspberry rose color, and this is the Too Faced white chocolate bar palette. I literally just put that on my finger. Whoa, that's a little mess. And I kind of rub this all over my eye. And this is just gonna give you like a pretty, I mean, you don't obviously have to use this color, but I think for business professional settings, doing something light, versus like doing, a wing or a cat eye or a smoky eye, I think this, really helps to make it look like you put in effort and that, you care. You don't look like you're doing too much for the workday. So one thing I will say that I think helps to make your eyes look a little bit bigger as well when you're doing something like this is to like start in the inner corner and then just drag it out all over your lid. When you put a lighter color, especially like a shimmery lighter color in the inner corner of your eye, it really helps to like open it up, which is super helpful when for days like school or work where you're super tired and maybe your eyes aren't open. You know, if you want to like pretend to be awake and you're sleeping at your desk, then you just put glitter in the corner of your eye and everyone thinks that you're working. Okay, so that is all I do for my eyes. I have fake eyelashes, or like eyelash extensions, but if you don't, you can wear falsies, I guess, if you want to. For me, that's just a ton of work and I am terrible at applying them, but you know, a simple like mascara, I typically try to stay away from doing a winged liner, even though I love my wing liquid liner. Try to stay away from that in, you know, professional settings, because I have done that before and I have been told that it gives off the impression that you are not professional. Okay, so if you're like me and you love makeup, it's hard for me to do something super simple like this and like not, like I want to put a color on my lips really badly, so I'm going to, sometimes I like having like a bolder lip and then having, you know, a pretty basic eye like I am right now. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics. It's the color Puppy Love, but I don't know exactly what it looks like this. Okay, so this is the final look. If you like it, please comment, you know, subscribe, let me know. If you have any suggestions or any feedback, absolutely welcome that as well. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.